Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. Me and my friend Borislav, by the way, check his channel, link in the description, both published a video about hand sniping a couple weeks ago, and subsequently to this I noticed that the topic started trending on social media HEMA groups and pages. What caught my attention was a kind of negative reaction in regards of hand sniping, motivated by the fact that hand sniping is boring and that getting subject to it may end up frustrating people. So some people avoid it purposefully because of this. I want to start by saying that this is not an uncommon point of view. It is clearly not the most widespread, but it is still relatively easy to find people critical about this subject. It may be because of a variety of reasons, actually. Some people say it's frustrating because they get constantly subject to it without being able to counter it. Some people try it out and notice they are always able to score with it, and they start advocating that it's too easy to get the ends, and they avoid doing it because of this.
That's too easy!
Weird way of reasoning, by the way, for a fighting art, but hey, it may be extremely easy sometimes, for sure. Some people are concerned instead because it is dangerous, which is kind of questionable to be honest, because most damage to the hands happens while not aiming directly for the hands, funny enough. Some other people say it is not historical, because we don't find a lot of it in the old manuals, which is only partially true, by the way, and here the point of view of safety applied to the historical training environment would be absolutely true, by the way, but only for certain historical periods. Well, long story short, people sometimes criticize hand sniping due to a ton of reasons. Behind every critique, by the way, there is a thin layer of truth, and so I can say that they are 100% wrong on the subject, even if I can state for sure that they are wrong for the most part. And I say this because the solution, which sometimes get applied because of these reasons which I just mentioned, tend to be too extreme and not very good for the practice. I'm actually talking about two ways of solving, let's say, the problem. And the first one is the more extreme one, which is banning techniques into a club or a training environment in general. The second one is lesser extreme, but still kind of boring. It is stigmatizing certain actions by labeling them as lame or something similar. Now, both these two solutions, let's call them, to the problem, create a ton of other problems, namely they compromise and influence a lot your fencing. By banning or decreasing the amount of time a technique gets used into a training environment in an artificial way, you risk to mess up more the ability of your clubmates and training partners to counter this kind of technique, which will make them even more frustrated the next time they will find someone spamming it against them. And notice that this is perfectly rational. The lesser someone is used to receive a technique, the harder it is to defend from it or land it actually against other people. This happens for thrusts too, sometimes. People are not used to receive it and so they don't know how to counter it. So what is the correct way of dealing with this problem instead? Well, it is to accept the fact that some things may be frustrating at first. Sword fighting is beautiful, is meaningful, it is fun, and it develops a lot of skills, both mental and physical. But sometimes it may be frustrating. That's it. In fact, for every problem that you fix, another may appear. Because for every problem you end up fixing, someone else gets a brand new problem to solve. And that's the nature of combat. And most probably of a good part of the rest of our lives, to be honest. If you learn how to defend from hand hits, the hand hit spammer has a new problem to solve now, which may be even more frustrating than the one you had in the first place. So the solution to frustration in this specific case is willpower. You need to overcome the problem. That's how fighting works, generally speaking. If your instructor or clubmates can't help you solving the problem, you have this tool, which you are using right now, which connects you with the rest of the world. Use it, ask for help, type how to counter hand snipes in HEMA, and if you don't find anything, write down here in the comments, hey Fede, please make a video on how to counter hand snipes or make a post on social media or whatever. But never limit your repertoire due to some frustration, or you will pay it with far more frustration down the road. Very good, people. I hope you will find this video useful in some ways. Thanks for watching as always. Remember to check my Patreon link in the description if you want to support me and especially the channel. Thanks for watching again, and see you next time.